The Basant festival, which is going to be held in Lahore city on February 6th, 7th, and 8th, 2026. Kite flying is certainly not a religious festival, as some clerics have, unfortunately, tried to link it with religious insults in order to draw their own conclusions. You know that the cleric's livelihood is often tied to this, that they somehow manage to present something as a religious activity to dilute it so they can later claim that this is the way of the Hindus. And there is a well-known hadith found in Sunan Abi Dawud: whoever imitates a people is considered to be one of them. And then people begin to apply such warnings in this particular manner. The reservation we have in this regard stands. There are two reservations. Number one, it is essential to consider the sanctity of life. If someone loses their life because of this activity, even if it's just one person, then such an activity should not be performed. We used to fly kites in our childhood. The thing we did with the most passion was this, and we never even heard of anyone's throat being cut. I'm talking about 1992 when we were in matric. At that time, the indoor games included Ludo. Carom board was always fun, but honestly, the most enjoyable game for me was definitely this one, kite flying. I actually remember that I used to make kites at home by myself, using plastic, and we would get sticks for the frame. Back in those days, bamboo blinds were used to keep warm in winter, and they had long bamboo sticks inside them. We would take an old blind, pull out the sticks, and use them to make big kites, which we would then fly. Usually, the worst that happened was a finger might get a little injured, since it was cotton thread. Because of that, no one's throat would get cut. Then this cursed thing arrived, the chemical string, and so many people were killed because of it. Then I opposed it, saying that kite flying should absolutely not happen in this way because you aren't controlling it at all. Now, for the sake of generating economic activity, the Punjab government has taken this action that they will be holding a festival that will last for 3 days, and during this time, there will be a strict ban on the use of chemical string. To make sure that no one loses their life or is seriously harmed, they have started installing those safety stands on almost 1 million motorbikes. In addition, they have set a fine of 500,000 rupees, which can go up to 1 million rupees, and there is also the possibility of facing up to 5 years of imprisonment. So, if you ask me, I've spent 103 days in prison. 5 years would feel like 500 years. It's such a difficult task. Anyway, I hope that no such activity will be performed. Despite this, if even a single incident regarding the sanctity of life is reported, it is like the murder of all humanity. In Surah Al-Ma'idah, Allah clearly stated that whoever kills one soul, it is as if he had killed all of mankind. So, I would never recommend that this kind of activity be performed next year, especially when you cannot control it. Kite flying also happens in foreign countries, but in a controlled environment, like by the seaside. Here, obviously, we cannot bring the sea to Lahore. So if some kind of restriction is observed, then it's fine. Otherwise, we will not support this activity under any circumstances. The second evil associated with it is the evil of immodesty. People have to look at that themselves on an individual level. I mean, if someone wants to bring the women of their own house onto the roof without veils and show them publicly like that, then it's their own fault. Yes, if a family flies kites with children on a roof within a controlled environment, then there is no such issue. We used to do it ourselves in childhood and enjoyed it a lot, until this chemical string came along, which ruined all our enjoyment. To address the evil of immodesty, the Punjab government has banned 132 songs. In my view, the ones that are not banned should be as well. These songs are all fundamentally based on immodesty, or they contain blasphemous words. There is really nothing more to them than that. However, this government prohibition on putting a political leader's picture or writing such slogans on a kite is absolute nonsense. What kind of approach is this? I mean, do you want to create division in the country? If someone has devotion to their political or religious leader, let them show it. For example, if the Dawat-e-Islami people want to put up a picture of Bapa Jani, who supposedly couldn't be captured on camera back then, such was his miracle, then let them. If the kite gets cut, it won't be Bapa Jani's neck getting cut. It'll just be the kite. What's the harm? Similarly, if someone wants to put up a picture of Mr. Imran Khan, let them. What difference does it make? Whether someone wants to put up Nawaz Sharif, Zardari, or even the army chief, it's fine. Everyone has their own personal devotions. However, no one has permission to use my picture. Yes. The reason is that when pictures of people who carry the legacy of religion appear, then that same kind of devotion becomes attached to them, which is why the prohibition of images originally came about. Otherwise, we would have had a picture of the Prophet as well, because when a picture of a religious personality is made, it leads to idolatry. That's how it starts. Things move in that direction. So I will condemn this and I'll request the government. There's still time, and God willing, this video will be uploaded before Basant. Maybe the government will withdraw this decision at the last minute. This is something that creates division within the Ummah and the nation. I think it's enough that if today's government announces a kite flying activity and people from all parties participate in it, then that is national unity. Don't create a rift in that unity by saying you can't put up so-and-so's picture. And then, just to justify their actions, they wrote that there should be no picture of a religious place, no mosque, no verse written. Man, does that ever even happen? To this day, no verse has been written on a kite, nor a picture of the Prophet's mosque. It's just a camouflage they've created. And when they do such things, obviously people will make fun of it. So I will absolutely condemn this. I believe the nation has the right to display pictures of their respective political leaders and fly kites. It's enough that they are standing with the government in this activity. You should look at it positively, that they are not boycotting the kite flying. I was afraid the next religious spin would be that kite flying is forbidden. So be grateful they didn't add a religious spin and embrace kite flying. At least allow them to put up their leader's picture. Whoever has whatever devotion, let them display it. And use a cotton string. If someone dies from using chemical string, the government is primarily responsible. After that, those who participate in this activity will also be held accountable before Allah in the hereafter.